Hi, everyone. I tried to go live. I don't have the settings right for live streaming yet. I'm working on it, though. I really am. I got all this stuff all put together. I feel like I'm in a dream. And you guys are my angels in my dream, and I'm just speechless. I really am speechless. So I guess I'll just start where that video cut me off. Okay, so I know I can record. And I hope the audio isn't all messed up. I've been kind of tweaking with it and stuff like that, and I took the pop screen off, but I left the windscreen. Anyways, I needed headphones, and I thought I got it all together, and then I realized, you know what, I can't hear what I'm doing. I know, I don't know what the mixer's doing. I don't know how the sound is coming out. I have no idea, what's going on here. So I thought I would run just to the local music store and see if they had headphones. And the first one was just a couple of blocks away from me, and no headphones, right? But I'm wearing this Bigfoot shirt, and I get in there, and the guy sees my Bigfoot shirt, tells me he doesn't have headphones, and then starts telling me, that he, in the 70s, he saw a Bigfoot. Or really, no, he didn't see a Bigfoot. He said he saw Bigfoot tracks, and one of the tracks was like a club foot, but he is like 6'5", 6'6", somewhere in there. He's a big boy. He said he wears like 13.5-inch shoes, and he could put his whole shoe into the track of the Bigfoot. And he said when he got there was a gate, and he had to get out of the car, open the gate, and he felt like there was somebody or something, like a bear or a mountain lion or something like that, like right next to him. And it kind of freaked him out kind of a little bit. So he hurriedly did the gate thing and moved his car in, and then closed the gate thing really fast. He said it was some kind of wire gate with a lock, though. The next morning, when they were going to go hunting, all the guys took off, and he was with these older guys, and he was younger because he was like maybe my age or a little bit older than me, right? And hunting in the 70s, that would mean, I don't know, well, whatever. He seemed older than me by a little bit. And he said the guys that he was with were older at that time in the 70s, and they all planned to go one way, but he planned to go back to where he had that weird feeling by the gate. So he went back over there, and he found these footprints, big footprints, and he could put his size 13.5 shoe right into it, and still with plenty of room. And then he measured out the stride, and it was 6.5 feet walking stride, 6.5 feet. And this was in the 70s. And I was like tripping, and he gave me his information number. I told him, man, when I get all this all dialed in, you're going to have to come and, I'll call you, and I would love to hear you tell your story, right? Like, I want to hear you guys tell your story. I know everybody has one. So we swapped information, and I head to the next one that's only like a few blocks over. little mom and pop music stores, and I go in and I ask for headphones, and they're like, oh, well, we have these $179 ones, and they only had one, and I told them, well, 179, I'm sorry, but that's way out of my price. I mean, I'm trying to get good stuff, but everything I've gotten so far is like bargain basement, best you can buy on a budget type deal, right? Make the money go as far as you can to get as much as you can, but make sure that it sounds good or looks good and on a budget, And so then we're going through the store, and I got a windscreen like this right here for another microphone that I picked up on sale. It's actually a really good microphone, a Shure 58, and anyone that's in broadcasting or bands or anything, they'll know what a Shure 58 is. The 58s are really good microphones. And we were standing there talking. I was talking with this guy and this older lady, the owner of the store. She's looking at my shirt. She's looking at the Bigfoot with the surfboard on my shirt, and she's like, do you believe in Bigfoot? And I told her, I don't just believe, I know. I saw him. So yeah, I believe and I know that they're real. She says, well, my son and daughter, we went camping when they were smaller, and they both saw a Bigfoot, and they swear up and down to this day that Bigfoot is real. I'm like, really? Well, I would love to get their story, and I told them what I'm doing, and I'm like, I want to get your story. Is that okay? And she's like, well, she'll ask him. But so then we swapped information, and then while we're standing there talking to her, one of her clerks is unloading boxes, like unpacking them and stocking the shelves, and he happens to open a box with a whole bunch of headphones in it for $10, and I mean good ones too, like Behringer. Really good headphones. I was like impressed. They're like $50-$60 everywhere else, and here she had a whole box of them for $10 a piece. I should have bought 10 of them, or I didn't have the money for 10 of them, but I should have bought at least 3 of them. I didn't have the money for 3 of them. I only had the money for 1. But only one's enough. I only have 2 ears. Hey, but I realized that the video cut off, and I'm sure that it's my internet. I am not happy with my internet. I mean, I pay like $100 a month for ATT, and I can't believe that that I can't live stream. And I've called ATT. We worked on everything. What's really sad is I'll probably have to turn the whole thing down. The camera settings. I'll have to go like at a lower bit rate and stuff like that. Even though I'm capable of streaming 4K, can't stream 4K. Not unless I change to a higher bit rate, or what they call it, bits per second, or whatever it is. But I thought you guys would enjoy that. Those 2 little stories on my little run to the music store. Plus, like I said, I'm like speechless. It's like a dream to me. I was praying about it, actually, like before I wanted to go on, and I wanted to do a little something on the YouTube channel, and not for the money, you know what I mean? Mostly for the entertainment value of personal entertainment, of hearing everybody's stories, but then also everyone else's entertainment of hearing everyone's stories, like me. I mean, I want to keep it like this is about as high techy tech as I really want to get. I don't, maybe later after this room right here, we're actually, the carpet is out of it. A lot of the furniture's out of it. Half the wall is cut off, and we are replacing the wall, and then we're going to replace the carpet and first paint everything and then replace the carpet. And then me and my wife, we're staying in our extra room, which I call the motel room, and we're going to paint that and recarpet. And then I'll have a whole, like right now I'm in this little bitty cubby hole. It's hard to get the lighting right because I'm just bouncing the light right off the ceiling, and I don't know if that's good enough. And then I could put things behind me, and I could put the camera a little bit further away from me, and just little things. I'll just have more room. And I think I'm going to get a table and put in there and maybe set it up for like 2 or 3 people can come in and sit at the table, and we'll just call it the coffee table or the little story room or whatever, so that local people around here that have stories, or people that is not local and they drop in, we could just drop in and have a cup of coffee and talk about scary, spooky stuff, or Bigfoot or anything going on. But I wanted to get on and thank everyone. Seriously, I still have like some things that I want to get to make it right, and I'm not talking about real expensive things either. It's just little odds and ends now. And I mean, thank you guys so much. I said prayers. I was saying prayers like, God, if you're in this, I mean, if this is the direction you want me to go in, then make it where I can go in that direction. If not, close the door. And I've done that all my whole life. I mean, people might not like hearing that, but I've done some amazing things, and I pray about it all. And like every morning, I get up in the morning and I ask God He created me just like He created all of us. I mean, He put that little spark of life in us that makes us who we are. So every day He knows what He created me to do. He knows. I don't know, but He knows. And so every morning I tell Him, hey, put me on the path that you put me on. Open the doors to the doors you want me to go through. Close and lock the doors you don't want me to go through. I mean, back when I was a heathen, I went through all the doors, and even after I decided that there really was a God and He really was real and I could have a relationship with Him, I still would go, what do I want, and I would go do what I want and not what He wanted so much. And I found that when you do what He wants, you have a lot more fun, usually. It's usually a talent or a gift that you were naturally born with, so you're naturally really good at it. In fact, you're the only people that'll be any kind of good as you is the people that were born with the same kind of gift. So I mean, like your only competition in it would be people that have that naturally born talent of what you have. And everyone has different ones. So then, I do that, and then at night, whether I know it or not, whether I went on the right path or, I have no idea a lot of times. But I thank Him. I thank Him every night for putting me on the path, putting the people in front of me, putting it on people's hearts to do things for me, because, He puts it on my heart to do things for everyone. Sometimes I put myself in positions where I get taken advantage of, really serious. And I'll continue to do it because I think being taken advantage of, if you don't go out and complain about it and talk about it and run the people down that took advantage of you, I actually believe that follows you into the other life, and there's rewards and stuff like that for going through that here in this little teeny tiny piece of life that we live in, that we call, here. And as far as I know, though, we're here only a little small time. And like say you have a really long rope, a really long one. Well, at the end of the rope there might be a little piece of tape wound on it. That little piece of tape represents the life that we're living in right now. Okay. Then when you look at the rest of the rope, that represents the rest of your life, right? And actually, I don't think there's an end to the rope. So there's the beginning of the rope. That's when you were born, and that little spark that God put in the little seed and made, that brought you to life. Then there's that little piece of rope that represents our life here, and then we die, and then the rest of the rope is the rest of whatever happens after that. And I believe a lot of the things that we do here follow us there. So like if we're real negative here and we don't learn our lesson, I have a feeling we will learn, but only it'll be over there. And so I thank him every night for doing everything that he did for me, keeping me breathing and all that, like keeping my heart beating. Because I think like that, when I'm laying in bed, did anybody ever will their heart to beat? Or, do you have to think about breathing? Even seeing, looking, like when you're driving in the car and stuff like that, do you have to really concentrate on keeping your eyes looking? Or do you just, driving with the radio on, do you have to have your ears, do you have to really concentrate on your ears being able to hear and keep them hearing? All that stuff's like automatic. That's all like miracles to me. And I thank him that he keeps me hearing and seeing and breathing and my heart beating, and he keeps me on the path every day. And lately, one of my biggest things that I've been thanking him for is all of you guys, all of you, the ones that listen, the ones that sent and helped me with equipment and with finances. You're a blessing. God is using you. I pray that God bless you abundantly in every area of your life. All of you. I pray for healings on the ones that need healings. You guys have me speechless. I mean, I'm going to use this stuff, and we're going to have a lot of fun. I'm going to tell you that. I have this idea. I want to find musicians that will, let me use a song for a month, maybe 2 weeks. I don't know. It's just an idea so far. Only I want to feature them, and I'll play it but just now I just started this without any music or anything, and I don't have a closing either or anything. But maybe I can get some musicians lined up, and they can play a song or two or three, and every day I'll play, or every other day, or every however long, whenever I come on. I'm still working on that part too. But every time I come on, I'll play their music and tell all about them, and then I'll have them either in the studio, come in and sit down with me and we'll talk, or I'll go to them with the camera and we'll sit somewhere, and hopefully where it happened at, what their story. If not, we'll pick a place, we'll figure out, but get their story. Everyone has a story. They have a haunted story, they have a whatever UFO sighting. Everybody has a story, everyone. get their stories, share their music, and then do that over and over with different artists. And the same with like this t-shirt. I love to wear t-shirts with things on them, with graphics or sayings and stuff like that. Well, I want to also feature artists like that, like, draw something, and I don't even care what it is, paranormal, hopefully the most. It could be a saying of paranormal, but I'll have them printed up. I have a really sweet deal on some shirts, really, like high quality shirts, not no cheapo depot shirts. They cost me like cheapo depot, but that means that we could sell them cheaper than normally anyone else does, and sell them and feature an artist and get their story too, right? Everybody has a story. So every couple of weeks or every month will be new artwork, and we'll discontinue it. At least that's my idea, is to like every month come out with something new, and make it so like if you didn't get it, you missed, so that you could say that you're wearing like rare art. You know what I mean? Like even the t-shirt would be art. And it's up to the people. They're going to own the art, not me. They're going to send it to me. I'm just going to put it up, talk about it, put the link where they can buy it. But once I sell it, and I'll split the money with everyone. When it comes to the music, I'll just put up a link where you can buy their music, but only they can keep all the money. I'm not interested in any money or anything from them. I mostly just want to share people that have gifts, and if anyone can think of other things that we can do on the show to have, or not show, but on our little YouTube channel, anything that might be fun that we can do, and also highlight people that have talents and gifts and stuff like that, and that we could put out there, put it in the comments, and subscribe and share, and let all your musician and art people know what we're doing. And if you know people that have really killer stories, now's the time. I'm almost ready to hook up the phone. Chuck sent me a little iPhone 5, and I bought the stuff that I can hook it through, and we can take phone calls. I also have he sent a laptop, so I can actually do Skype. Like I told the people in the music shop, if they don't want to be seen and they don't want their name out there, fine, we'll just call them, Sam, or we'll make up a name that everybody's happy with, and they could just tell their story, and nobody's gonna know who they are. You know what I mean? Like, just if that's a problem, let's not let that be a problem. Let's make it where it's not a problem. I wish I was doing this live. I really do. I'll have it figured out pretty quick. Everything's just coming in all week, and my son had to move out of his apartment, and he didn't have anywhere to go, put his stuff or anything for only a week, right? So we put everything outside, and then they tell us, oh, it's gonna rain, so then we have to cover everything up, and then we have to move him again here this weekend. So like everything was coming in, and all these things, and I wanted to put them all together, but I was also moving and doing all this stuff. I was dead beat, tired, still am a little bit. One leg's like swollen up, and I was listening to Brenton Sawn and some of his videos where he was talking about swelling, and I was like, oh man. After I did the Corey Feldman show, I stayed up all night hanging out with everybody, and man, wow, man. My leg swelled up, and it's my good leg. My bad leg doesn't swell for some reason. It feels like it, but when you look at it, it isn't swollen. It's kind of weird, it's a little bit puffy. But the other one, bang, real swollen. I think maybe because this one's dead, it doesn't swell. I don't know, that's kind of weird. But anyways, you guys are great. You guys are wonderful. I can't wait to get all this all dialed in better. I know I can make the sound better than it is. I can figure out the internet, and we'll get this streaming thing, because I love the live thing. I love interacting with everyone. I love that you guys in fact, as we go along, I want to make moderators that can moderate the chat, and because I have a feeling once we get really growing, there'll be some people that just want to be bad. That's okay. Some people are bad and they just like it, and that's what they enjoy doing, and we'll just have to moderate them. That's why they made moderators in the first place. But only I want to find some moderators, and I don't care how many. There could be 100 of you. I don't care. You know what I mean? Like, long as you're not like with your moderation duties abusing it, and blocking all kinds of people that just they don't agree. I don't feel like anyone that just doesn't agree, they're not a troll, right? They just don't agree, then that's fine. But if they're like calling your wife names and just spamming bad stuff, and giving death threats and stuff, now that's a troll. But somebody that's saying like, well, you know what, I don't believe Bigfoot's real, but maybe Bigfoot's real, but there's no white ones, that's not a troll. But I guess that's all I have for tonight. I really wanted to put a non-skippy video where you guys could hear me and see me, and we could talk and stuff like that. And I wish I was in chat again. I really do. Remember to like and subscribe and put your comments down below. I mean, you guys I'm learning a lot from your comments, believe it or not. You guys have really good comments. We're gonna make this channel really great, and it's fun to see it come together. It's fun to see everybody, is as enthusiastic as I am, when a video comes up, because I'm real, like, I want to do more, only I don't want to, like, make it crappy, you know what I mean? That's what I said when I was at the fish tank one. It was like, I can't even hardly bring myself to do a live one, because the sound is so crappy, and you're like, eh. And I don't want to do that. And, I rather record them for a little while until I work out the bugs on the live. Once I do that, you hardly could get me to do a recorded one. I'll be live all the time, you know what I mean? Because I enjoy hanging out with everybody. That's my joy in life, is to be hanging out and chatting with everybody. And I don't care how long it goes either. Well, y'all have a really good evening. This probably won't be, I'm doing it like, let me see, it's like, my glass, 8:30 p.m. on the Pacific Coast side of the United States. And I'll probably start loading it right now. It'll take like 2 hours to load, 2.5. So around 11 o'clock ish, this should be hitting YouTube, and so that means it's gonna be like 1, 2, it'll be 2ish, give or take, on the East Coast. And so I want to say good morning to everyone and good night to everyone, and I love you guys. I love doing this, but I love you guys. Like, even if I didn't have even if I just had my cell phone, I would still do it, because I love you guys that much. I mean, you guys are really great, and I really, really mean that too. Really, truly. Thank you for making my life so wonderful. Thank you for hanging out with me on my YouTube channel. And you guys, I'll see you on the next video. I really will.